everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with the 11th layout using the June hip kit. This one took me 51 minutes to complete and I am down to some serious scraps. And so what I'm going to do is I had pulled in a 6x6 pattern paper from Crate Paper Poolside, and I'm going to end up using one little 6x6 pattern paper just to kind of supplement what I already have, because all I have is a little bit of scraps. I do have one full sheet of pattern paper, and that's also from Crate Paper Poolside, and it's a cream pattern paper with plus signs. So I'm going to use that, and I want to use it as a full background sheet. And I don't mind bringing in a little bit of stuff like, a 6x6 pattern paper pad to really stretch the kit and try to do as many pages as I possibly can with this kit. And then it makes it a little bit more, sort of cost effective. Now I know I want to do something to the background. I'm kind of putting a little mark on the paper here just to see how big the photo is going to be. And now I'm adding some clear gesso because, again, I don't want to change the color of the background. I just want to make it so that when I add the little bit of mixed media, really all I'm adding is some distress paint in cracked pistachio. And I believe we got that in a previous kit. And I didn't know if I was going to add something else, but I knew I didn't want to do too much to the background. I really enjoyed the pattern paper and the embellishment this month. So I didn't do too crazy on the mixed media part of it this month. I added a little bit of times. I added, a little bit of ink to the background. And what I was doing there on a little piece of white cardstock, I added the Mermaid Lagoon and the cracked pistachio. Actually, I guess I decided on using the cracked pistachio ink, and that just came, distress ink, and that just came from my stash. So I just put on a little piece of white cardstock, and then I was kind of putting it up to, my layout, the pattern paper, and trying to decide whether or not, which one I want to use, which one I found coordinated better with the background, but also with the elements or the embellishments that I chose to use with this layout. So I decided on the cracked pistachio. I added it to some packaging, added a little bit of water, and just smooshed it on the background. And it just adds a little bit. And then when I want to add some drops, I just add more water and then just kind of shake the packaging, and then big droplets drop down, and I like that. And then I'm going to take my roll of paper towel and I'm just going to roll over top and just absorb some of that excess moisture, I guess. If you see the light going off and on there, is I have a bunch of stuff plugged into a power bar, and that heat tool, every time I use it, or a lot of times when I use it, it just blows the power bar. So then I have to go down and turn it back on. So this is where I'm looking to see, if there's anything that I could use from that 6x6 crate paper Poolside. And there was quite a few sheets, or a few sheets in this kit that were from the Crate Paper Poolside. So I decided to bring that 6x6 pattern paper pad in, to use it since I had it. So there was that yellow pattern paper that actually came in one of it's the back side of that plus sign is the yellow pattern paper. So I just used it in the small 6x6 form, and then there was a nice stripe, navy stripe, and I used it on this layout because this page I wanted to keep it in the navy and the yellow. And this page is going to be super simple. I printed 2 pictures on my Canon selfie, and again, it's from our vacation. One of the days, actually it was the day before we left, we knew it was going to be yucky out, and we had made plans to go see Jurassic World while we were on vacation. We were going to go while we were still home because I really wanted to see that movie. It's one of my favorite movies. All the Jurassic Park World movies, always been my favorite. and that and Hunger Games. So we were going to go see it while we were here. And I said, you know what? You know it's going to rain while we're gone. So how about if we take a day that's not so nice and we go to the movies while we're there? So that's what we did. So the day before we left wasn't going to be a nice day and kind of coldish and rainy. So we went to the movies in the afternoon. It was about 3 o'clock in the afternoon and we had such a good time. The movie was awesome. Loved it, loved it. So we were the first few people in the theater. So I managed to snap a shot of my husband and my son there in the theater way before it started. We were there about 35 minutes before it started, 40 minutes. And so they're just eating their popcorn. And then I took a picture of the screen just as the movie was starting when one of those little dinosaurs are breaking through the egg. And my son was like, Mom, put your camera away. You're going to be bugging people. And I said, I just want to take one picture. That's all I'm going to take. So I took that one picture and it turned out perfectly. You can see the eye of the dinosaur. And so I just put 2 pictures on one with my Canon selfie and I printed it about a 4x6. And then I mounted it on that striped pattern paper. And then I added that yellow pattern paper also from the crate paper pool side. And then now I cut down a piece of 4x6 grid paper from Project Life, and that's where I'm going to do my journaling. And I know because I put good times at the movies, and good times is from the crate paper pull side words, and then at the came from the crate paper pull side sticker sheet, the one I have right there. No, that's not it. That's embellishments. And then the movies is the Twilight from American Crafts. And then there was sort of a white trap or a white space that was trapped space right there between movies and the journaling. So I ended up adding a flower, a little word that came from from the embellishment package that says summer. I'm going to add a star and then some little star-like foam from the Twilight alphabet from American Crafts. Whew, that a hard time coming out. Now this one here is it was a little frame that came from it was a kit or a package that we got. It was full of frames, and this one had 3 little frames, and it reminded me of a film strip, so it was perfect for a movie. I added some papers in behind, choosing just scraps, and then with each of the little frames I'm going to put something different. So I'm going to take another word that came from that crate paper pull side, the word chipboard words, and the other one's going to say fun. And then I'm going to use some of the stickers, a couple of banners from the sticker sheet, a star, and then just kind of leftovers of different things that were left in, that I wanted to use. Now to the right side of the layout, I'm going to use one of the tags, and that came, I believe, in the Project Life add-on. We got a whole kit or a whole package of all different tags, and in a few layouts I'm going to use all the tags on one layout, and or what's left of them, what I haven't used. And that's where I'm going to put the date. I'm going to put July 2015. I'm going to put some pattern paper in behind the heart just so that you can't see the background pattern paper. And then there was another little banner that said so much fun, and I'm going to cut it off and just put it with the date. And I'm going to put another star and another little sort of star-like from the Twilight stickers. And then directly on the photo, I'm going to put the name of the movie using the LE Studio Teal Little Alpha. So I'm just going to put Jurassic World. And this is where I pull in some of those freckle fawn stars. I have to say, those are probably the thing that I struggle the most with using in this kit. I'm going to have a few of those left at the end of the kit. And maybe I should have tried to use them from the beginning. But there was a lot of I guess, a lot of pattern papers that were pink and stuff. And I guess I could have used the silver stars on that, but like I said, I think I took them out a little too late, so I might have 5 or 6 stars left by the end of it, but that's okay. Most of the kit is totally killed, so I feel good with what's left. So I'm going to put that little film strip to the left of the layout. I'm going to glue it down, and then I'm going to do that my journaling right there underneath the title block, I guess. And I'm just going to talk about how we were waiting to see this movie and that we just decided that we were going to do it while we were on vacation. And it was a good choice. It was some good downtime. It wasn't nice anyway. We were just kind of hanging out at the campground because it wasn't nice. It's probably the first day that we kind of stayed at the campground all day, except when we went to the movies. And when we got back, we had supper, and then we started packing up the night before so that the next morning we could get up really early and just leave. So it took us, I don't know, a couple of hours that night that we were kind of, putting the dishes away, packing up the groceries, and just getting everything all settled. So the next morning it was basically just rolling up our sleeping bags and just start putting everything away. And because with a tent trailer, you have to take everything down. And within an hour, we were ready to roll and made it on our way. So we had kind of thought we were going to make it home by 11 o'clock that night because we didn't think we were going to be able to leave till 10:30, 11 in the morning. But we ended up being ready at 8:30 in the morning. And so that was awesome. And we were able to get on our way and make it home at 9 o'clock, which is so much more manageable, and you don't feel as exhausted. And the drive home too is not as exhausting on you. I find driving at night now is way more tiring. When we were younger, we found that driving at night was easier, but now nighttime driving is just too hard on us. So we'd rather get up a little earlier and stop by 8, 9 o'clock at night, or 10, 10, 11 at the latest. After that, we're just zonked and it gets too dangerous. And that is going to finish off this layout. I'm just going to use the Distress ink in the cracked pistachio, and I'm just doing direct ink pad to paper, and I'm just putting some color around the whole layout just to kind of ground the layout, just because I don't like white edges. I like a little bit of color. And here are some close-ups, and this finishes off layout number 11. And thank you so much for joining me today. Have a great day.